Today we're going to work through how to do the bushy plant, although the directions are on the page. First, we want to set up the fill with nothing, and we want to be sure that the stroke right now is on black. We're going to go to our pen tool. We're going to click once at the X. I'm going to click a second time, hold my mouse down, and I'm dragging the Bezier curve handle to this third spot, letting go, and now I'm going to press Escape to get out of the pen mode. I'll do that again one more time. I'm going to click the pen tool. I'm going to click once here to drop an anchor point. I'm going to drop a second anchor point here. I'm going to left click. You can see my Bezier curve handle. I'm going to drag the handle right here, let go of my mouse, and now I'm going to press Escape twice and go back to my direct select arrow. Step C, I'm going to select my shape. Under Properties, I'm going to change my stroke to 20. If I click the down arrow here, I can get the shortcut for the strokes. Next, I want to adjust my stroke options. I'm going to click the word stroke, and I have some options. Under the profile, we have some different widths. Uniform means it's the same width. If I click the down arrow, I can see my different options, and I'm going to choose width profile number 5. Now the last thing that it also wants me to do is to flip it over. So over here, my width profile, I can click right here where it says flip along, like that. So now it looks like it should over here in example D. For step E, I want to change the stroke color to black and white gradient. So I'm going to click right here in the middle of my gradient bar, and then that will be my gradient. But if you notice, I want to have the black part at the bottom. So over here, I'm going to click this to flip. So now with the gradient, I have black at the bottom and white at the top, just like example E. For step F, we want to change the colors of the gradient. I can double click here and get my color bars, and I can double click where it has white, and I can do a little lighter green, or I could click here for my swatches, and I could choose a lighter green right here. In step G, we want to add another stroke. Step G in the Appearance panel, so I'm going to click right here to open the Appearance panel, and I want to add an additional stroke. So I'm going to click Add a New Stroke. In this case, I want my stroke to be a solid color, and it says it wants to be size 0.75. So it has a little bit of that green. Next, I'm going to drag this down to fill in the pot. But as you can see, it's going over the pot. So in that case, I need to adjust the position in the layers. So I can go to my Layers panel, or I'm sorry, I could still do this in Properties. So I can go to Object, Arrange, Send to Back. And now it will be behind there. Finally, after you have drawn 3 on your own, I can let you duplicate a couple of these. And this is the bounding box. So if I wanted to flip this one to the other side, I can click on this side of the bounding box, click and drag, and go over. So at the end, you're going to need 7 or 8 different examples. So go in and you can adjust the size, the width a little bit, make them look like they are really growing naturally out of there, just like the finished example. Thanks again for learning how to make a curved leaf, work with the gradients, work with strokes, and how to send items to the back.